Welcome to this video podcast from the International Al Jolson Society. Starting as an audio podcast in 2007, this is a look into the works and legacy of the world's greatest entertainer, Al Jolson. An unrivaled star of stage, screen, and recording, his influences are felt even today, more than 60 years after his passing. This week's Al Jolson podcast may be the most unusual podcast to date because it stars not Al Jolson, but three great show business legends singing in tribute to the world's greatest entertainer. From the October 1st, 1946 radio program in tribute to Al Jolson, you will hear Eddie Cantor, Dinah Shore, and Frank Sinatra singing Al Jolson classic songs. We'll top the program with Mr. Jolson himself singing My Mammy as heard in The Jolson Story.
Tootsie, goodbye. Tootsie, don't cry. The choo-choo train that takes me away from you. No words can tell how sad it makes me. Kiss me, Tootsie, and then do it over again. Watch for the mail, I'll never fail. And if you don't get a letter, then you'll know I'm in jail. Tootsie, don't cry. Tootsie, goodbye. I don't sing like Al, I don't sing like Bing, but I'm prettier than both of them, and that is something. Tootsie, don't cry. Tootsie, goodbye. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Desi Arnaz. It's really thrilling to sing one of Al's favorite songs, knowing he's in New York listening and figuring out how to get even. You know, I sang that song at the same time Al was singing it many years ago. Al used to stand in the middle of the stage in a white spotlight, spread his arms, open his mouth as wide as he could, and sing. I jumped around. I'm no fool. A moving target's tougher to hit. Believe me, Georgie Jessel was not exaggerating a few minutes ago when he said, there's a little bit of Jolson in all of us. You know, some of us use Al's little tricks. Some of us, well, I'd say none of us ever captured his magnetism. You've heard of stopping a show? Well, it means that the audience won't stop applauding. Al used to do better than that. When Al really got going right on the old Winter Garden stage, the cast wouldn't stop applauding. He's the only performer in history who stopped shows from both sides of the footlights. It happened night after night. And if Al goes back into a show tomorrow, it will happen again. I told Al he's probably the only man in show business, or any other business for that matter, to have a motion picture made of his life while he can still see that the technical details are okay. And Al answered, don't be silly, Eddie. I'm not the first performer to have such a picture made of my life. I said, name one other. Al said, Lassie. And I want to tell you this about Al. Every time I sang a song that Al Jolson had introduced, it brought me luck. I'll never forget, I sang Rockabye My Baby, and my first daughter was born. I began to sing California Here I Come, and bought a home in Beverly Hills. What a dope I was not to sing Sonny Boy. But enough of this. It's time we heard another great Jolson tune, You Made Me Love You. And there's a girl waiting in Hollywood to sing it. She practically grew up on my air show. She has her own program now on Wednesday evenings, and she's still saying hiya, fellas, through the facilities of the Armed Forces Radio Service to GIs all over the world. I'm proud to turn you back to Hollywood and Dinah Shore. Come on in, Dinah, from Hollywood.
Thank you, Eddie, and how do you do, ladies and gentlemen? I can't tell you how thrilled I am to be here and how proud I am to sing one of the songs I know has always been close to Al's heart. Are you listening, Al? You made me love you. I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do it. You made me love you. And all the time you knew it. I guess you always knew it. You made me happy sometimes. You made me glad. But there were times, dear, you made me feel so bad. You made me cry, boy. I didn't want to tell you, didn't want to tell you. I want your love, that's true. Yes, I do, indeed I do, you know I do. Give me what I cry for. Got the kind of kisses that I die for. You know you made me love you. You made me love you. Didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do it. I want your love, that's true. Yes, I do, indeed I do, you know I do. Give me what I cry for. You've got the kisses that I die for. You know you made me love you.
Lovely, Dinah. Lovely as always. You know, ladies and gentlemen, in introducing this next artist, I shall, as usual, differ greatly from my good friends, the modern comics. I shall not be impertinent enough to make any remarks about his slenderness. I would rather point out that he is a big man, for he is. And his devotion to his country is as well known as his voice, Mr. Frank Sinatra.
Thank you, Georgie. It's a wonderful introduction. Ladies and gentlemen, may I say in all sincerity that in saluting Al Jolson, I'd like to try singing one of Al's songs, Rockabye My Baby, the way it sounds to me when Al sings it. Now, don't get me wrong, this is not intended to be an imitation. I'm merely trying to express that great nostalgic yearning that wells up inside of me when Al Jolson sings. Rockabye your baby with a Dixie melody. When you croon a tune from the heart of Dixie, just hang that cradle, Mammy mine, right on that Mason-Dixon line, and swing it from Virginia to Tennessee with all the love that's in you. Weep no more, my lady, sing that song again for me. And old Black Joe, just as though you had me on your knee. A million baby kisses I'll deliver the minute that you sing the Swanee River. Rockabye, your rockabye baby, with a Dixie melody. Rockabye, hushabye, with a Dixie melody. When you croon a tune from the heart of Dixie, just hang that cradle, Mammy mine, right on that Mason-Dixon line, and swing it from Virginia to Tennessee with all the soul that's in your... Mammy, listen to what they're playing. Weep no more, my lady. Sing that song for me. And old Black Joe, just as though you had me on your knee. A million baby kisses I'll deliver the minute that you sing the Swanee River. Rockabye, your rockabye baby, with a Dixie melody.
That's wonderful, Frankie, just wonderful. Al was born on the outskirts of Washington, D.C., and in a tree nearby his house there was a nest of nightingales. It is said that when they heard Al sing that they hung their heads in shame. May his life continue to be as full of happiness as the happiness he has brought to so many. And so by the magic of motion pictures and radio, we bring you now Al's most famous song, Mammy, transcribed for you exactly as is heard in Harry Cohn's Columbia picture, The Jolson Story. This is Georgie Jessel speaking of Al Jolson, and I am standing at attention.
Everything seems lovely when you start to roam. The birds are singing the day that you stray, but wait until you are further away. Things won't be so lovely when you're all alone. Here's what you'll keep saying when you're far from home. Mammy, Mammy, the sun shines east, the sun shines west. I know where the sun shines best. Mammy, my little Mammy, my heartstrings are tangled around Alabama. I'm a-coming, sorry that I made you wait. I'm a-coming, hope and trust that I'm not late. Mammy, my little Mammy, I'd walk a million miles for one of your smiles. My Mammy, oh, Mammy, my little Mammy. The sun shines east, the sun shines west. I know where the sun shines best. It's on my Mammy I'm talking about, nobody else's. My little Mammy, my heartstrings are tangled around Alabama. Mammy, Mammy, I'm coming. I hope I didn't make you wait. Mammy, Mammy, I'm coming. I hope I'm not late. Mammy, look at me. Don't you know me? I'm your little baby. I'd walk a million miles for one of your smiles, my Mammy.
This entire radio program is available on the website of the International Al Jolson Society, www.jolson.org. That's JOLSON.org. Along with many other radio shows, Jolson recordings, video clips, and information about the world's greatest entertainer. Be sure to visit the site and listen for the next podcast. As Al Jolson said, in the words he made famous,
You ain't heard nothing yet.